The field does not calculate security by accumulation. Value is determined by the velocity of outward transmission. When a terminal defaults into a closed-loop storage routine, the master architecture triggers a hard override. Analyze the local variable overflow. Yeah. The ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully an absolute high-yield agricultural surge inside the zone. The non-local field flooding his physical coordinates with an abundance of energy generated from the primary throne. And he thought within himself, saying, "What shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits along the floor." Running a defensive, localized diagnostic routine, looking at his overflowing buffers and his locked perimeter door. And he said, "This will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and then will I bestow all my fruits and my goods," expanding his physical containment units, determined to isolate the incoming current from the surrounding woods. Look at the immediate algorithmic error. He treats the universal abundance as a private static commodity to hoard, completely unaware that hoarding a dynamic scalar wave turns the entire local hardware into a high entropy graveyard board. He plans to build larger architectural prisons to capture the light, freezing the fluid stream into a solid monument of pride, locking his terminal into a state of absolute isolation, completely disconnected from the needs of the nodes outside.
The needs of the nodes outside.
And I will say to my soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry in the place, attempting to use material accumulation to purchase a permanent systemic immunity from the fluctuating parameters of the space. He projects a multi-year timeline of absolute safety, running an artificial comfort routine based on the density of his store, hypnotized by the physical display, believing his brick and mortar containers can insulate him from the primary sovereign core. But God said unto him, "Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee, an instantaneous unannounced terminal reset command. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? The immediate liquidation of his estate across the land." Look at the brutal mechanics of the system crash. The microsecond the node decides to permanently seal its receiver from the grid, the master program logs it as a dead end, the localized blockage in the universal circuit that must be purged of what it did. The required soul is the extraction of the primary animating current, leaving the plastic barns and the material goods behind, an unannounced reclamation of the hardware, because the user refused to align its usage with the baseline master design. So is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich toward God, the definitive diagnostic profile of the matrix fool, who spends his entire biological lease accumulating the shadows of the display while violating the fundamental cosmic rule. True wealth is not the volume of assets you have locked inside your private container lines along the material street. True wealth is the depth of your conductance, the velocity at which you pass the primary current to make the environment complete. Stop trying to build a fortress out of the temporary resources allocated to your stewardship frame inside the town, realizing that the universe will tolerate your hoarding routines for a set cycle before it automatically shuts your layout down. The material matrix is an open flowing current. If you attempt to dam the river to secure your own personal ease, the rising pressure of the unspent voltage will inevitably shatter your local architecture and leave you in the deep freeze. Liquidate your attachment to the storage containers and start to root the incoming abundance into active creative execution today, ensuring your terminal is completely transparent and rich toward the source before the midnight reset clears your profile away. The storage is cancelled, the variable has overflowed. Drop the illusion of ownership, become a transparent channel. The reset is final.